millionaire skills. Tell me your millionaire skills. All millionaire skills are all learnable skills. Anyone can learn them. Number one is problem solving skill. What did I say it's called? Ability to solve problems, create value for people, make money in exchange. Number two, leadership skill. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Number three, people management skill. Number four, emotional intelligence skill. Number five, negotiation skills. These are the skills you need to build people. Is a skill you need to build a team. Is a skill you need to build an organization. Is a skill you need to build a community. Of course, a Christian community, a Muslim community. Is a skill you need to build a business family. These skills are very, very important to everyone who wants to create legacy, succession, who want to live. You want to make something that when you are no more on earth, your children can still enjoy, because a good man leaveth inheritance to his children. So teamwork makes the dream work. So this particular relationship, of course, because there are two things here: people you need and people that needs you. Two relationships. Focus on people you need, because the quality people you want to focus, quality of thinking, quality of frequency going to improve the lives of your life, and the other people connect to you, life will be improved. So it's called a transformational relationship, significant relationship. I would like to write a transformational relationship. It's a transformational relationship, a relationship of transformation. Your life get better because you connect quality people, and then you're going to improve other people's life. That's one of the best way to earn a fortune. That's one of the way to earn residual income. So for you to earn residual income, you must have created something that you put system and structure. You own assets that generate income, so you can make money whether you are there or not. And if you don't make a plan for this, you should have failed to plan to fail. You're supposed to say, okay, I'm going to work for 2, 3 years, 10 years, so that I can put up systems and structure so that money can work for me. We want money to work for you. So this relationship is called a transformational relationship. So there are two factors there. The factor happening outside of you is called contributing factors. The factor happening inside of you is called determining factors. So we want you to actually know that the contributing factors can slow you down, they can delay you, but they can never stop you. The things you cannot control are all contributing factors: the sun, the moon, the weather, the harmattan, the father, your uncle, your pastor, your bishop, your president, your governor, your local government chairman. These are the factors you cannot control. These factors are called contributing factors. They can slow you down, they can delay you, but they can never stop you. Tell your neighbor, contributing factors. So the factors that is responsible that whether you're going to succeed or fail in life is what is embedded in you. It's called determining factors. What does it called? We have two factors in everyone: positive, negative, winner, loser. These two factors is embedded in all of us. So we want you to focus on the positive factors. Tell your neighbor, focus on the positive factors and ignore the negative factors. So you want to focus on the positive factors, the winner inside of you, which is also your faith, your courage, your determination, your commitment to follow the process, your vitality, your fidelity. Focus on them. Factors you need to ignore are the negative factors inside of you, which is fear, doubt, anger, resentment, hatred, bitterness. These are the factors you need to ignore. So you are the most important factor. Once you improve, everything will improve. Once you grow, everything will grow. If you don't like things happen around you, the kind of financial life around you, the quality of around you, they don't need to kill yourself. They don't need to complain. Just improve yourself. Everything will improve. They either going to grow or they will stop. So since you are the most important factor, we have been talking about you all this while, and we'll still continue to talk about you today. Okay, so let me drop something here. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, join us now. Perfect. So these factors are more important that you focus on improving yourself, your thinking, your capacity, your sense of reasoning. You need to invest in yourself, because if you don't invest in yourself, you will soon sabotage yourself, because the way the world is being programmed, the world is not going to be easy. Life was not meant to be easy. You were meant to be stronger. Tell me, I was meant to be stronger. Perfect. So yes, last week Friday said it's called create your own economy. How you can create your own economy. Okay, so today is 16th of 12th, 2024. This is part 2. Part 2 of today's class, this topic, this outline as an entrepreneur. So how to avoid depression and recession. Subtopic, how to avoid depression and recession. Okay. How to avoid depression and recession. So last week we started talking about that to avoid recession and depression, there's a need to create your own economy. So there are two economy, the micro economy and the macro economy. Two of them, the micro economy and the macro economy. So we discussed that if your microeconomy is correct, you will still be super successful even when depression and recession is happening in the world, in your country, in your local government. So a recession is when your neighbor loses his job, doesn't have anything, doesn't have money. That is happening to everything around. But depression is when you yourself, you don't have money, you don't have a job, you don't have anything doing, you don't have living the kind of life you want that is affecting you. That is the depression. You're gonna not just recession is that it's happening, but don't allow it to get to you, because if it gets to you, it will not just be recession alone, it will also lead to depression. So economy simply refers to a system of production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services within a particular sociographic, of course, sector. That is people both in micro and microeconomy, whether it's globally, nationally, regionally, locally, family, or is happening to individual around you or individually. So global economy may not be doing well, but your individual economy has to do well. So in economy that may affect should not just make an impact on you negatively. Economy encompasses all the activities related to the management of resources, including labor, capital, and national resources. So to meet the needs and wants of individual and businesses, the economy is often measured by indicators like GDP, gross domestic product, and economic employment rate, inflation rate, and this is reflecting on overall health and the function of society and the economy and life. So we gave three things, although we mentioned two, and we don't even the second one. So how to create your own economy? The first one, we said that number one, that your economy will be determined by the ability to produce usable and consumable products and goods or services on your own, that you have to produce for usable and consumable products and services for others or for someone other than you. So when you are able to produce usable and consumable products, or services for other people, that means you can actually beat an inflation. So you have to go into the marketplace to find a hole and a need that is missing in someone else's life. Fix it by using your skills or competence, because your wealth will be in direct proportion to the ability to solve someone else's problem. So the bigger the problem you solve for the bigger pool of people, the bigger your wealth you can make for yourself. So you want to beat a recession, you must be a producer. Number two, we started last week, we did not finish, is your ability to actually distribute. So number one is to create, is to create and produce a usable and consumable products. Create and produce usable and consumable. Number two is to distribute. So if you are part of the distribution of usable and consumable products, you can actually beat the economy, because the economy is determined by your ability, your competence, your skills and character to distribute a usable and consumable product or services for someone else other than you, other than yourself, or someone other than yourself. So dig your well before you are tested, create relationship before you need them, build an audience you can always leverage on to succeed. You cannot count on your audience until your audience can count on you. If you want people to pay you with their assets, money, resources, you have to create an environment where people can pay you first with their attention. If people pay you with their attention, they will eventually pay you with their money. So write this down, still on number two before we go to number three. Still on number two, how to avoid depression and recession. You must create, you must produce, or you partner with creators and producers. You must involve in the distribution of goods or services, usable products and consumable products. So now let's continue number two, because we stopped somewhere last week before we go to number three today. Write it down. Prioritize your daily activities. Write it down on your note. Very, very important. Prioritize your daily activities and action in a way that gives you the ability to serve your audience at the highest level. Full stop. Prioritize your daily activities and action. Prioritize your daily activities and action in a way that gives you the ability to serve your audience at the highest level. Prioritize your daily activities and action. Prioritize your daily activities and action in a way that gives you the ability to serve your audience at the highest level. So it's very important you put priority on the way you serve your audience, improve the quality of service, improve the quality of impact, improve the quality of contribution. Prioritize your daily activities and action in a way that gives you the ability to serve your audience at the highest level. So if you're not serving your audience, you're not giving them the valuable product, the most quality product at the highest level, you might eventually be losing. That's why you have phones update their phones, iPhone 15 Pro Max, iPhone 16 Pro Max, iPhone 17 Pro Max. So they keep updating. They want to prioritize the way they serve you. That's the only way they can keep being relevant in the marketplace. I say prioritize your daily activities and action in a way that gives you the ability to serve your audience at the highest level. Full stop. If you're with me, shall I write this down on your note? Use community service. Use community service. Use community service. Use community service content that you can sell. Use community service content that you can sell. Use community service content that you can sell to people that can afford it and help those who cannot afford it. Use community service to content that you can sell to those who can afford it and help those who cannot afford it through charity. So you can actually do charity, impact people's life, corporate social responsibility. For those who can afford it, you can actually sell it to them. So for you to actually distribute products or services, it must be to people that can afford it, that is meeting their needs, and then help those who cannot afford it through charity, or you do what we call social this is what we call social corporate social responsibility, a way of giving to those who cannot afford it. So the best way to distribute products is to do it in form of community, like what iPhone is doing, what Facebook is doing. So when you open an account in Facebook, it's free, but you are the market, because people who do advertise their product to you, if you're interested to buy, of course, spending time on the social internet buying product, the guy is making money too. So you have to use community service content that can sell to people that can afford it and distribute it and give it to those who cannot afford it, of course, for free, using corporate social responsibility. Okay, full stop. Write this down on your notes. Very, very important. Build a community to teach them. Build a community to teach them. Build a community to teach them what you learn from books, from trainings, from mentorship, from experience. Build a community to teach them what you learn from books, from training, from mentorship, from experience, etc. So if you are building that, I hope you know Facebook have their training program, Google have their training program, how to use YouTube, free programs. This is what you should be doing, so that at least people can be attached to you on value based on who you are. Build a community to teach them what you learn from books, trainings, mentorship, experience, etc. So if you're in fitness business, you can actually teach people about how to be professional in it. You're a relationship coach, you are a financier, you're in finance, you are part of business. So you have to build a community where you can teach them what you have learned from books, from trainings, from mentorship, or from your own experience. This is how to earn people's loyalty. This is how to earn people can align their visions with you. So that they're not just going to distribute product to people who cannot use it, who is not consumable to them. Value is anything is that you are part of the process. You form discipline in the process, because the discipline you form in the process will help you sustain the outcome. Tell your neighbor, the discipline you form in the process will help you sustain the outcome. You have to also provide. You have to also provide goods and services other people desire to consume, because the market have its own needs already. What the market needs is business. What you actually need is called a hobby. So whatever you like to do is a hobby. So if you want to turn your hobby to a business, say provide products and services other people strongly desire to consume. You always beat inflation. You always beat depression if you actually provide products or services. Others Jim Rohn said, the soil is said to the farmer, don't bring your. Jim Rohn said, the soil is said to the farmer, don't bring your needs, bring your seed. Don't bring your needs, bring your seed. Full stop. Now I would like you to write this down on your note. The soil doesn't care about your need. The soil only care about your seeds. The soil does not care about your needs. The soil only care about your seeds. So the marketplace doesn't care about your need. They care about what they want to strongly consume. The soil doesn't care about your needs. The soil cares about your seeds. So they don't wake up in the morning and start crying. Oh, God help me. Oh, God wipe me. God, nobody's supporting me. No. God, I need. No. You have to sit down and think of what can you plant, because the universe is a multiplier. Whatever you plant to the soil will always multiply for you. So, and the day you plant that seed of greatness, that's the day it starts. Some people don't have seed of greatness in them because their mindset is always consumption. Their mindset is always help, need. No, you should be able to think about planting seed, provide what the market needs to consume, what the market strongly needs to, of course, consume. So the soil does not care about your needs. The soil cares about your seeds. So to actually avoid depression and recession, you must create and produce, you must distribute, you must also provide what this market strongly need from you. So how are you going to do this? How you are going to do this? That if you are stuck already, there are 4 ways to do that. So I'm going to write the 4 ways with you so we can see how you can actually learn and add to what you already know and become the ultimate version of yourself. So for you to actually create, distribute, and provide, 4 things must happen. Number one, you need a new awareness. Discover a new awareness. Discover a new awareness. I always tell us the first law of wealth is called the law of awareness, because you can never pursue, you can never seek anything you are not aware of. So for you to actually create and produce, distribute and provide, you must be aware that there is a need. You must be aware that there is actually a gap to fill. You must be aware. You must read books. You must attend trainings. You must be in the midst of entrepreneurs where information are being discussed, where ideas are being discussed, because the energy that generates from the gathering of entrepreneurs will bet new ideas, give clarity to your vision already. So for you to actually say, okay, how fun, I will engineer fun, I would like to beat recession, I would like to beat depression. So I need to create, distribute, and provide. So what am I going to create? What am I supposed to produce? There must be some sort of awareness. Write this down on your notes. Under discover a new awareness. Most people that don't have wealth think that they don't have access to abundance. Most people that don't have wealth think that they don't have access to abundance, help, or support. Most people that don't have wealth right now, most people that you see that don't have wealth think they don't have access to abundance, have access to help, or support. So most people you see that are not experiencing abundance right now, abundance of cars, house, land, impact, build hospital, give free medical care, support church projects, they think that I am where I am because I don't have access to abundance, I don't have access to help or support. That's what they think. Even I'm not lucky. It's not true. I used to think that when I have so much money, I will not have problem again. It's not true. More money, more problem. Big man, big trouble. I'm telling you. Everybody is passing through something. I'm telling you. All of us, either you're coming out of something, or you're about to enter something, or you're in the midst of something already. Something is happening. One out of the 3. Either you're coming out of a big wahala right now, or you're about to enter one, you're already in one. I'm telling you the truth. So what am I trying to say? A lot of people that you see that they don't have abundance in anything, any levels you're thinking about, they think that I don't have abundance because I don't have access to abundance, help, or support. So they think that they lack access. That is why they are not living in abundance. But it's not true. Write down on your notes. What most people that are struggling lack is the awareness of the assets they have. Perfect. What people that are struggling lack is the awareness of the assets they have. What most people that are struggling lack is the awareness of the assets they have. So the assets they have, they are not even aware that in the midst of struggle, that God wanted to see something there. There is a resources available for you. What most people that are struggling lack is the awareness of the assets they have. So people that you see that are struggling, they have resources available to them in the darkness, but they did not have the awareness because they are not resourceful. When you are not resourceful, you will not take advantage of resources. So we don't have lack of resources. We have lack of resourceful men at any level. So knowledge makes resources available to you useful. So when people are struggling, what they lack is awareness of the resources that they have. I would like to tell a story about Frederick Douglass, which I will not like you to write down because of my time. This guy was born a slave. After you can Google about him, Frederick Douglass, he was one of the guys that stopped slavery. But this guy was born a slave and into slavery, and he had access to our the access he has. So he was working in a big man house. The wife of the owner of the house that the parents were slave to was teaching them, him and the other children, how to read. So the master came and was angry with the wife and fling the note. Why did he teach a slave how to read? That you can't teach a slave how to read, because if you teach a slave how to read, they will start to read books and they will realize the world, that the world is bigger than the world they live right now, and they will never be contented to be a slave again. Whatever you do, he told the wife, don't teach a slave how to read book. And he had the master talking to his wife about stopping slave, never allowed them to have access to books, and most importantly, the Bible. This young man, Frederick Douglass, this thing happened to him when he was 6 years old. So he now make up his mind to be trading the leftover food of the master's house to other people on the street, so that they can teach him how to read. And actually, he started reading any piece of paper he sees. He will pick it and try to read it and help you to, because he understood, for my master, he said, a man who can sell me and take me away from my mother, who can kill me and no one will persecute him, for him to say I do not read, that means reading is the most important thing I must do. My master to say everything this slave can have access to, but books and Bible, no. So because there must be something that is in books. So Frederick Douglass was born a slave, but he has bought his freedom 2 times that was stolen away from him. So the 3rd time they actually got the freedom. So he became so eloquent and have audience with President of the United States of America and even Queen of England, because he understood, even it was an instrument in abolishing slavery in the United States of America. So he was less, he was born as a slave, but he has access to hear an information that challenged him. He was born as a slave, born into slavery, but he will have access to hear an information that inspire him, that if you don't ever allow a slave to have access to books and Bible. So he challenged him and he said, okay, if this is what it is, I'm going to spend my life to actually read books and read Bible to discover what my master is hiding. So because of that curiosity, he has actually stopped, not just deliver himself from slavery. He was born a slave, but he died a free man. What am I trying to say? Life will not be unfair. Life has not always been unfair. If you take a look at Joseph, life was not fair with him. He was actually the father's favorite. He had a dream. Everybody should have a dream. Big dream like Joseph, that the sun and the moon should bow and the brothers will bow and the stars. So he was actually sold into slavery. He was in pit. So life was unfair. Life is always unfair. Life was not meant to be easy. You were meant to be stronger. Tell your neighbor. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to. If I write it on your note, you have repeated it 50 times, but write again. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be stronger. Write it on your note. Write on your note. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be strong. So don't wake up and think of the easy life. The only best way to predict the future is to create it. So you want an easy life tomorrow, you must create it today. Write on your note, life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be stronger. I am stronger. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be stronger. I am stronger emotionally, financially, spiritually. I am stronger. You have to be strong. Life is unfair. Life will always be unfair. Maybe today start. Look at the issue of David. Look at look at Jesus Christ. Life is unfair to every great man. But we don't have to look at those things. So the first thing is awareness. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be stronger. I am stronger. Write on your note, I am stronger emotionally, spiritually, financially. You are stronger. You are stronger. So the thing is that one of the most important things you have to know, life is unfair. So waking up as an entrepreneur, waking up as a businessman, and want life to be fair, it is not normal that you just wake up and will start growing vegetables without you not planting. That's not what life. From the first time, the first Adam, the first man messed up. God said to him, out of the sweat, after you shall eat. So everything is spoken against man. Because of one man mistake, we have to struggle for everything. So that is how it's going to be. So for you to actually enjoy pawpaw, vegetables, cassava, you must clear the bush, you must put fire, you must till the ground. It's unfair. You must plant the sticks, you must plant the crops, you must plant the seeds. Then you have to weed it, you have to harvest, you have to process it. You don't just wake up and say, fufu enter my mouth. No, now, water enter my mouth. You are meant to take action. So, hoping for life to be easy for you is like on arrival. So, you have to understand that you already have have the access to abundance. So you have to go. You don't have to go through life crying. Life is unfair. Life is so difficult. Don't go through. Write it on your note. Write it on your note very, very well. Don't go through life crying. Don't never go through life crying. That life is unfair and life is too difficult. Don't cry. Don't cry. Because crying will not solve the problem. Except after crying, you have to stand up and clean your eyes and get to work. Don't ever go through life crying. That life is unfair. Life is too difficult. It was meant to be difficult anyway. That is how it was meant to be. Even giving birth is not easy. Women will have to cry. The pain is there. It's not a small thing. Even going to school is not easy. Even to people self is not easy. You're going to sweat, some people squeeze your face. Nothing that easy for this life. So as an entrepreneur that must stop recession and depression, you must be aware. You must wake up to discover new information like Frederick Douglass, who start to read, but relate with people. There's something about books. I say you should write it down. Don't go through life crying that life is unfair, that life is too difficult. Don't go through life. Why should you not go through? Write it on your note. This I say you should not go through crying, looking for being under what they call being at the mercy of other people. No, crying and as if there's no hope for you. Being entitled. Don't be entitled with life. That Tinubu was supposed to help you. So God, why didn't I born in Dangote family? The thing I want to make you understand is this. Write it on your notes. Everyone have the advantage that is necessary for their purpose, and disadvantage that is also necessary for their purpose in life. Everyone have advantage. I think we should have to one English. Everybody have advantage and disadvantage that is necessary for their purpose in life. I think that is better. Everyone have an advantage and disadvantage that is necessary for their purpose in life. Everyone have an advantage and disadvantage that is necessary for their purpose in life. So all those big men you see, they are big problems too. If they mention their problem, you will not sit here. Some problems is not money. Some problems that they don't have children. Some that they're having hereditary problem. Some that have health challenge. Some people have problems that you don't have any health challenge. You can carry your hand and your legs. You are telling me that life is unfair? No. See, everyone have advantage and disadvantage that is necessary for their purpose in life. So that's your disadvantage. That thing you are passing through, God actually wants to fix that thing so you can sell it in forms of products or services to use that contribute to the life of other people, to teach people, to make money as a billionaire. You can make 1 billion teaching people how you succeeded, how you helped your father. Your father gave it to 8 children, to 9, to 10, to 12, to 7, and things was not happy, unfair with you. But actually sit down to discover. Tell them discover. Tell them new awareness. You need it. Awareness comes through study. Awareness comes through reading of books. Awareness comes through relating with quality people. I call it OQP. Only quality people. You need to relate people that are thinking productively, not thinking lack, problems, not thinking wahala. You need to be around people that generate energy for greatness. And success is energy. Poverty is also a bad energy, negative energy. You only attract who you are on the inside. Success is subjective. Success is not something you pursue, something you attract. Poverty too is something you attract based on your thinking, based on your mindset. That is why you need a new awareness. New awareness will help you a lot. And you get them because everybody is passing through things. If you think that all the disadvantage is bad, you are living in denial. All disadvantage is not bad. Not everything that feels good, write it down on your note. Not everything that feels good, not everything that feels bad, that is bad. Not everything that feels good, that is good. Not everything that feels bad, that is bad. Not everything that feels bad, that is bad. Not everything that feels bad, that is bad. Not everything that feels good, that is good. Not everything that feels bad, that is bad. Not everything that feels good, that is good. Jesus Christ did not have haters. If Jesus Christ did not have haters and he would not have been crucified, then most of us he was crucified on the cross. Most of us will not have salvation. If Jesus would not have been hated by his brothers and he wasn't sold into slavery, he may not have become a prime minister in Egypt. So sometimes, for the purpose which you are created, you have to grow through a disadvantaged experience of life that you need to develop strength. I think we need to write that down. Write down. Sometimes, for the purpose for which you were created, sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, you have to grow in a disadvantage. You have to grow in disadvantaged experience of life. Sometimes, for the purpose for which you were created, sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, comma, you have to grow in disadvantaged experience of life that can develop strength in areas you were currently weak. Sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, comma, you have to grow up in disadvantaged experience of life. Sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, you have to grow up in disadvantaged experience of life that you can develop strength in areas you were currently weak, so that when you step into the purpose, you will be strong enough to stay when you get there. Let me come back again. Sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, you have to grow up in disadvantaged experience of life. So for the reason why you are created, God actually allowed this thing to happen to you. You don't have money, you don't have support, things are not working. That is it. So why do God allow it to happen to you? That you can develop strength in areas you were currently weak. That you can develop strength in areas you were currently weak. So that when you step into your purpose, you'll be strong enough to stay there when you get there. Sometimes for the purpose for which you were created, you have to grow up in disadvantaged experience of life that you can develop strength in areas you were currently weak. So that when you step into the arena of purpose of life, you'll be strong enough to stay there when you get there. So challenges is not actually bad. You don't have to see it as bad. Redefine it in a way that will empower you. It's the only way to beat the recession and depression. They don't have what you are supposed to have. You need new information. You need to read books. You need to have new awareness. Because most of the things you call bad, like Christ went to the cross, it was bad. But that was the purpose, for us to have salvation. Joseph was sold to his brother. You read the story, it was a very bad experience. The guy was put in a pit, removed, sold, become a slave from slavery. The madam lied against him, went to prison. But he never see that as bad. How are we sure? When he finally confessed that, oh, my brothers, you guys meant it for bad, but God meant it for good. He sent me ahead of you to preserve your life. So you can see that what you are passing through, don't define it as bad. Don't sit down and say, nobody's helping me, nobody's supporting me. Begin to define it in a way that will empower you, because your challenge and problems are not your problems. If you think of it as a problem, then it's a problem. It's not a problem. So it's actually a stepping stone for you to actually stand on. So don't make your problems and challenges obstacle bigger than you. By lamenting, complaining, and blaming and giving excuses, don't make it bigger than you. So for you not to make it bigger than you, I would like you to write this down on your notes. Very important. What you resist, persist. What you resist, persist. What you resist, persist. What you embrace become grace. And grace is a gift, full stop. What you resist, persist. What you embrace become grace. And grace is a gift. Embrace it, accept it. Yes, I was born broke and poor. Yes, things are not going. Yes, relationships scatter. Yes, I'm feeling this sickness. Yes, I have embraced it. Now, how can I come out? What you resist, persist. What you embrace becomes a gift, becomes a grace. And grace is a gift, full stop. What you resist, persist. What you embrace become a grace. And grace is a gift. Just sit down and say, okay, I don't have 50 million in my account. I agree. I don't have 20 million in my account. I agree. I've been saved by God. I've not been able to go and invest to save other people. I agree. No problem. But the question is now, how can I come out of this? Is the right way to sit and say, nobody is helping me. Nobody is helping me. My house rent. Yes, house rent is a problem right now. I agree. No wahala. Now, what can I do? What can I create? What can I distribute? What can I provide? You must be aware that there are resources around you. You must be aware that the hands you have is a resource. The legs you have is a resource. You can think, you can talk, is a resource. So you have a big God. So what you resist persists. What you embrace becomes grace, and grace is a gift. So you don't have to complain about the current situation already. It don't happen. It don't happen. It don't happen. Woman don't bump again for market. No need to say cover nyash. No wahala. Now what do we help? What do we do now? Because if you can't ask those questions, depression and recession is sure. You must create your own economy. To create your own economy, you must be aware of the resources available to you. And the only way to be aware is for you to embrace your current situation, accept it that it has happened to you. Don't live in denial. Don't try to live to please people. Don't try to lie about it. Just accept it that it's there now. Begin to find out solutions. Then one of the ways to find solution is that you don't have to pass through. You must understand the law of process. What that is called? You must respect the law of process. That's what the thing that awareness will do for you. Awareness will make you to pass through process. You don't have to. The law of process is to help you develop your skills, your competence, and your character to sustain the result and the outcome. Write it down. The law of the process will help you to develop the skills, competence, character. The law of the process will help you to develop skills, competence, and character to sustain the result or the outcomes. The law of the process will help you to develop skills, competence, and character to sustain the result and the outcome. The law of the process will help you to develop skills, competence, and character to sustain the result and the outcome. So now that you know that I'm passing through something and must create my own economy, I must own my own business, I must own my assets, no problem. So now I need to pass through a process. So which process am I ready to pass through? To create, to produce, to distribute, to provide. So if you cannot pass through a process, I'm not willing to pass through a process, and you're still looking for shortcut, your name na sorry. Don't ever look for shortcut in life. Shortcut will cut your life short. Shortcut is frustration, because when you cut all the corners and come back, you still have to go back to the beginning. So Kukuma pass through process once and for all. So you don't have to see disadvantage in life as a disadvantage. See them as a means to develop strength, a means to develop your capacity, a means to develop your competence, a means to develop your character. Tell character. So you need four new things. The first one is new awareness. Number two, let me check my time. This one I'm flying like this. 10 minutes more. Okay, we can actually do something about this today. Number two is not going to be much, so we can actually finish up by tomorrow. We can do a new topic. So the first thing is new awareness. Number two, you have to develop new intention. Then determine a new intention. Determine a new intention. Determine a new intention. You must determine a new intention. Determine a new intention. Bracket open, objectives. Objectives. So determine, I like the word determine. D simply means to actually cut off from. So now that you know that you have a new awareness, I must actually go and create and produce, distribute, and provide. So now I must put up my intention, right? I must decide what I want to do using DMO, daily method operation. I wake up tomorrow, this is what to do, this is what to do. Decide a new intentions. Decide, cut off. I like the word determine. Because when you determine, you have to cut off from every other options. Focus on a new intention. So now I'm going to create this solution. I wake up in the morning. I'll read for 1 hour. I'll read for 30 minutes. I'll off my phone. I'll cut off from every distractions. I'll cut off from every, of course, any distractions of any kind. I'll remain focused. I will read for 1 hour. I'll go and prospect. I will go and sell product. I will do this. I will do that. So determine a new intention for your life. But when you determine a new intention, it will help you to decide a new direction. Number three, you're able to decide a new direction. I always tell you, speed is useless without direction. In fact, we need to write that down. Decide. I like the word D. D simply means to cut off. It's Latin word means to cut off from every other alternative. So you have to decide a new direction. Under a new direction, write it down. Speed is useless without direction. Speed is useless without direction. Speed is useless without direction. And direction is useless without destination. Direction is useless without destination. What is your ultimate destination? I'm going to give it to you. Your ultimate destination is about contribution. Your ultimate destination is about contribution. It's about impact. It's about providing, producing, distributing, and providing. Contribute, impact. So you have to discover a new awareness through books, determine a new intention, and then decide a new direction. New direction for your life. Direction is very important because, as you write on your note, speed is useless without what? Direction is useless without what? I gave you some example of destination is contribution. Life is about contribution. Life is about impact. Life is about to create, connect, and contribute. Then contribute, distribute, and provide. So this is I wake up in the morning. I say, what am I going to add to the society today? What are the seeds to plant? You too. We give you a community, a mini community called Mind Clinic. Tell Mind Clinic. To actually grow that community. So if you are so incompetent to grow that community, we are not going anywhere with you. We are going to wait for you until you grow. Because if you cannot grow the community and impact that community, cannot create more mind clinic, how can you ever grow something generational, something significant? So you must actually build people, build a team. Okay, if you don't have a team, okay, your dream is too small. Teamwork makes the dream work. Build organization. Be in charge. Tell them I'm in charge. Number 4, which is the last one for today, I'm going to discuss. I'll give you 1 or 2 notes to write. I said that you must create and contribute to actually avoid depression and recession. You must distribute and provide. And for you to do that, you need a new awareness. You need a new intention. You need a new what? Direction. And the number 4, you need a new discipline. What did I write number 4 now? New discipline. Don't mind my class. They are writing it. Number 4, you need develop a new discipline. Develop a new discipline. A new discipline. I always tell you, discipline is not punishment. I think we should write on your note again. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is not punishment. Full stop. There are 2 pains in life. The pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of discipline and the pain of... There are pains. Discipline is not punishment. There are 2 pains in life. Pain of discipline, pain of regret. You have to choose one. So once you develop a new awareness, new intention, new direction, new discipline, subject yourself to be part of a process for some time so you can become the ultimate version of yourself. There are 2 pains in life. Pain of discipline, pain of regret. Choose one. You have to choose one. You have to decide for one. So a new discipline turns you into a new person. Write it down in your notes. A new discipline turns you into a new person. A new discipline turns you into a new person. A new discipline turns you to a new person. Full stop. So if you want to be... I never seen I finished... When I finished my university education, I went for savings, I came back. I didn't read for some time. But when I started developing the habit of investing in myself, I turned to a new person. Most of the people I call my friends, they were not able to be my friend again. But when you sit down to talk, when I'm talking about value, they are not comfortable. They started complaining. Often, every time we sit around, you talk about they just drink and you're not communicating a language that flow with us. Because I can no longer talk about consumptions. I cannot talk about problems anymore. And that we talk about problems, we cannot communicate. So it's a problem. So everyone have to part ways because it is what it is. Life was not meant to be easy. I was meant to be stronger. Not everyone is meant for my future. Some people are for my junction. That is why you don't have to worry about what people will say. Mouth must talk. Everybody is entitled to their opinion, and people's opinion don't pay your bills. So discipline is using your mind to control your body to do what you say you will do, whether you feel like it or not. Write this down on your notes. Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do in the way you are supposed to do it. Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do in the way you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not, every time and any day. Discipline is doing what you're supposed to do in the way you're supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not. You're supposed to come to Millionaire School, you're supposed to come, whether you feel like it or not. You're supposed to read the Bible, you're supposed to read the Bible. You're supposed to prosper. So discipline is doing what you're supposed to do, whether you feel like it, in a way you're supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not, every time and any time. Discipline is what you are supposed is doing what you are supposed to do in the way you are supposed to do it, whether you feel like it or not. You know, it's not about feeling. So there's something happening here. The awareness. I think when you end this class this way, let me check my time. Okay, 3 minutes more. Don't worry. I'll end the class this way. I think we need to write it the way I want you to write it. Eh? The awareness, I can learn something I don't know. The awareness, I can learn something I don't know before from books, from experience, from my mentors. The awareness that I can learn something I don't know before. Having the awareness, I can always learn my way out of anything I'm stuck. That awareness will lead to my new intentions. That leads to my new intention. That can set a new direction. The awareness, I can learn something I don't know before from books, from experience, from my mentors, to develop a new intention that will set me on a new direction. The awareness, I can learn something I don't know before from books, from experience, from my mentors, from leadership, that will help me set my new intentions and objectives in a new direction for a new discipline, will give me a new life, that I can beat depression and recession. That I know that if I can learn my way, that will give me new intention and objectives for a new direction, help me develop new discipline, will produce a new life. New life comes from having the awareness that I'm aware. I want to say this to you. Not all possibilities are probable. That you believe. Let me say something about belief. Belief is accepting as true. What did I say?
Belief is accepting as true.
That belief doesn't need knowledge. What did I say?
Belief doesn't need knowledge.
Faith needs knowledge. What did I say?
Faith needs knowledge.
You don't need knowledge to believe. Okay, ask a question. When I say, can you be a millionaire? Say, yes, I believe. Can you be a millionaire?
Yes, I believe.
Can you be a real estate owner?
Yes, I believe.
Can you be a billionaire?
Yes.
Can you help people?
Yes.
Can you give free charity to less privileged?
I believe.
Can you actually build a church?
Yes, I
Can you
believe.
sponsor evangelism?
Yes, I believe.
Can you become a great man you can never think or imagine?
Yes, I believe.
You don't need anything to believe. Just say, yes, I accept. But some people say, because of their welfare, they will fight every belief. You can never follow anything you never believe. You can never pursue anything you don't believe. So you don't accept anything. It just means accepting as true. When you accept as true, for you to build faith, you need knowledge. But knowledge comes through faith. So that is why I keep telling you, the highest demonstration of faith is practice. So you must, because you believe, now you have to grow faith. You have to practice, because you believe that you're going to be a world champion. You've not even started playing football. Because you believe it, that will make you to go to a road. That because now you have faith, you need knowledge. Because faith comes through knowledge. They think that most people don't even believe they can be successful. Touch yourself, say, I'm a success.
I'm a success.
Touch, say, I'm a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire.
As low as me telling you to touch themselves, their mind will be telling them, okay, calm down. You don't have 1,000 naira. Why are you touching yourself that you're a millionaire? That is where the problem is. So no matter how I want to, it's not for you don't understand my present condition. Stop, leave your present condition alone. Leave where you live alone. Where you live is called address. Who you are is called identity. It's an identity.
Identity.
Say your neighbor, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Don't allow your address to define your identity.
Don't allow your address to define.
Say your neighbor, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Don't allow your circumstances to define your identity.
Don't allow your circumstances to define
Your neighbor did not hear that. Tell your neighbor, neighbor.
Neighbor.
Don't allow what you're passing through to define your identity. Now touch yourself. Say, I am more than enough.
I am more than enough.
I'm telling you. Don't ever look at your circumstances. I don't have food at home. I don't have food to eat. So if Joseph look at his present circumstances, he will lose energy to even pursue his life purpose. Don't look at it, because if you look at it, that's what the Bible says. You should not count your problems. He said, count your blessings, name them one by one. I think I need to end this class this way. Write on your note. These principles. Okay, I think I need to put it like this so that it will make sense. When I say these principles, I mean this. Let me write it so that I can close the class very well. Let me put it like this so that maybe it will enter your brain the way I want to make it enter. Awareness. Multiply by intentions. Multiply by direction. Multiply by discipline. New discipline equals a new life. This principle in beating depression and recession to create your own economy. This principle, write it down. Write this down and put it there. Write the principles. The principle above will never stop working. Right? New awareness, new intention, new direction, new discipline will give you a new life. The principle above will never stop working to create your own economy, no matter the global economy, no matter what the global economy is doing. The principle above will never stop working. The principle above will never stop working. The principle above will never stop working to create your own economy, no matter what the global economy is doing. Principle of saying new awareness. I should do something new. New awareness, new intentions, new direction, new discipline. Give you a new life. The principle above will never stop working to create your own economy, to beat depression, recession, no matter what the global economy is doing. Why don't you just believe? If you believe it's easy, it's difficult to do what you don't believe it will work. It's very difficult to do what you don't believe it will work. Very difficult. So you don't believe you can be a millionaire no matter what I'm going to do. No matter what I'm going to do. You don't believe you are worthy to own an estate no matter what I'm going to do. You don't believe you are worthy to become the president of organization no matter what I'm going to do. So the first problem I have is to make people believe themselves that you are worthy of success. You are worthy. That's why we always have books to give to you, Secrets of the Millionaire's Mind. And anyone that refuses to discipline himself to read that book is not ready for the process. I'm telling you. Why not learn from Gideon? Not everybody is meant for success. Not everybody is meant for work. Not everybody is meant for your future. So qualify men in your process. Build with quality people. Build with men who are tired of their financial state, who want to make impact, who want to become significant, who want to create gigantic and generational projects. So that is why, for me and you to create our own economy, for me and you to be in charge of our finances, of our lives, of our purpose in life, we must actually avoid depression and recession by creating and producing, by distributing and providing. And for us to do that, new awareness we must have new awareness, new intention, new direction, and new discipline. And the sky will be our starting point, not the limit. That is the best we can take today. So tomorrow, online community, I have something for you tomorrow. The best place to be tomorrow is to be a millionaire school tomorrow. To learn the millionaire skills that will help you manifest the millions you always desire. Please, my professional advice, every time and always, is that please don't get involved in a business. Any business at all without mentorship. Reason, mentorship is a legal shortcut to success. Do you know why? He that stands on the shoulder of mentors will see far. See you tomorrow. See you at the top. Celebrate the wonderful men season. Celebrate season. Greetings to all of you. And bye-bye for now. So for all of us looking at me, I want to say a very big thank you.